Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be tight. Shit. The creation of Cheeky Eye. Let's fly right. Let's fly high with it. Yo, what's up, people? What up, Jew? What up, HM? Heinz Medium Network. Y'all know who it is. It's Fly Ride J all day. Let me give y'all the inlight of this bittersweet, but not sour. See, the sweet part is, I was born in New Orleans. Yeah, 1975, April the 8th. Yeah, some good days. Now, as a little bitty child growing up, here's the music part. Now, y'all know I love hip hop. Yeah, I'm a hip hop head. I get down with it. If you don't believe me, you can ask my squad or ask my fam how I get down with it. But look, fashion, my mama was into fashion. They used to hold fashion shows and stuff like that. Now, there's a bar that was right next door to my grandmother's house. Now, we had a house, our room was upstairs. I used to be outside the window on top of the roof, listening to some bands like B.B. King, Fat Domino, the Neville Brothers. I'm jamming and I'm listening to the cadence of the drums and getting that rhythm how I want to. So yeah, I was freestyling way as a year kid. And that's the sweet part. Now you ready for this? The better sweet of this shit? Let me hit this blunt for a second. See, sometimes you gotta deal with the mental to get yourself prepared on some reflex shit. See, I'm being ready for this here. But I really wasn't ready. But in the midst of this bittersweet, there still was music. But besides the music, I got introduced to this thing called cannabis. Now, a lot of y'all just smoke because y'all love what you smell. I just don't love what I smell. I love what I feel. That type of shit that keep you hyped, keep you bouncing. I'm not a laid back person. I'm in between. I could be a hybrid, but shit, I'm all sativa. Cause I like to be up on some good. You feel me? Now that indica, it puts you in the couch. But that's when I need that shit to help me sleep, to deal with the demons, not to self-destruct because of what I've been through. Being abused, bullied. Yeah, you looking at this G. Yeah, my mind is strong, but I've been through a lot. I've been bullied enough to say, hey, I used to run from shit. Not because I was scared, but of what I do to myself. That's why I never ran to a bottle, but I ran to this cannabis because it helps me calm, reflect on things, and help me not to self-destruct. Now, in the midst of this bittersweet and not dealing with my mental passed on and hurting a few people, like my kids' mothers. I don't like to say baby mama. I got 7 baby mothers. And in the midst of that, I let my trauma rub off. Because if I take you to some of the things I've been through, I took it out on them and had to do something else. Running with a lot of women, yeah, it was fun. Shit. It was hella fun. But it wasn't right for me. I was on that path to self-destruct, dealing with child support. You know how many guys I know out here, they gave up because of what they was going through and they felt they had to take themselves out because somebody was taking something away from them when they worked hard for it. Shit, tell me if that shit right. But not me. I didn't give up. I didn't give up because God wouldn't let me give up. This weed won't let me give up. There's another reflect. That sour, see, some people think sour is just a thing that make your face frowned up. Nah, my face ain't frowned up for that. I'm happy because with this sour is a good sour. It's that sour that can really make you wonder what I'm doing, how I'm doing. But I'm doing it with a few people that I call my fam for life. So everything that I do with this Fam for Life, all kick back to Waco, the WACO. Then it took me to the H-Town. Then I put both of them together and I became the Boot Meet the Lone Star. And in the Boot Meet the Lone Star, there's a lot of people that's from the state of Texas. There's a lot of people from the state of Louisiana. But I can't say just Louisiana without saying New Orleans. So check self-check. But I want to welcome you to Cheeky Eye, for sure. TV podcast with HMN, Hines Medium Network, Roku TV. And y'all just get cheeky eye with me. We'll fly right, fly high. Cause we about to do this shit. We up.
Cheeky Eye, man. How did this whole thing come about, brother?
Well, Cheeky Eye come from, don't just think Cheeky Eye came from me just smoking. It's me come from a lot of pain and crying. I say, you ever cry so much to where your eyes swell up and it close up on you? That's that Cheeky Eye. That was the first part of me coming up with it at the age of 10, 11 years old when I first started rhyming, understanding I love and I have this what I call a hummingbird. It's just the love of music, so that's where Cheeky Eye came from.
Now, when we first met, you was J-Dog.
Yes, sir.
Then it
J
transformed
D-O-G.
into J All Day. So take me to J-Dog. So I know a lot of that in coming into Cheeky Eye had a lot to do with that. So take me to J-Dog. Let's go to J-Dog.
Oh, J-Dog, the dog. J-D-O-G. See, you hear that different sound. Man. Hi. Hey, welcome, Hines Medium Network. What up, Chris? You know who it is. It's that one with that. That's that J-Dog. J-Dog come from that protector. Protecting Jonathan. The bird. J-Dog's the one that protects his family. And anybody he's around, he got that grittiness to him, but he's still a hit. I'm a puppy dog, but I'm that dog that you don't really want to cross that line because I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot with this G and this G, so I created J All Day. But J-Dog is just that Josephine dog, that uptown third wall to the 17th P-Town J-Dog, and he's that mixtape. And having the thought of J All Day and having J-Dog and having understand All Day J-Dog is the same person, but they two different entities, if it makes sense to you, but J-Dog is an underground. He's just that dog that's untamed. That's J-Dog.
All right. Now you mentioned, you went on back there a little bit. You mentioned Josephine. You mentioned a few other little places. What year? What area? What place was J-Dog born? Where was he born? Where was he created?
J-Dog was created Josephine. Third Wall Josephine. There's two parts of Josephine. You have Third Wall Josephine, you have 10th Wall Josephine. So if you ever been on St. Charles Avenue with the streetcar, it cuts the line of both. So if you're on the right side, you 10th Wall. If you're on the left side to the end to 36, McDonald 36 Elementary School, that's the school that I went to as a little kid. And that's Third Wall Josephine. I want to say about the age of 10 or 11, my mama moved to the 17th Wall. That's Pigeon Town. Pigeon Town has Gertown, Holly Grove, where a lot of people know Lil Wayne, Holly Grove. You have Gertown. And you have a little part that we call Nigga Town. But at the same time, my mama moved to Pigeon Town, but I still hung on Josephine. Because that's where most of my family was at. That's where I learned a lot of my hustle, a lot of my movement of having real OGs that not just was family, was mentors to say, hey, bro, what you doing out here? What you doing? What you doing? You know that ain't you. They let me know for right there that, hey, I had love on Josephine. So that's the difference, I'm from the 3rd to the 17th ward. Josephine, I'm uptown.
Get money.
Man. To this day, I'm waiting to hear that song again. And you got that song. It's gonna make me tear up a little bit. Get money. True story. My upbringing, my joy, what I love. My brother working offshore, hustling, cutting grass. When most people was on the block, I think about how I was raised. What made sense? My grandfather always said, a man gonna go get it. How you gonna go get it? What makes sense to you, Jay? Freedom. I choose freedom before I choose dumb shit. I think that's why I'm here right now. Get money. There wasn't no pen in no bag. That's why I love Cheeky Eye. That's why I love cannabis. That's why I love music. It was done authentic. It was done the way when Chris gave me that song and gave me that track. That's the joy of it. I gotta give you the whole thing with how my family do for Mardi Gras, Chris. It can't just, it's not one, when you talk about that.
You don't know what I mean when I said that 18 mama on Mardi Gras. Okay, give it to me. However you want to give it to me. But however you want to give it, but bring it back to Auntie and Mama and Mardi Gras. However you want to bring it back to them at Mardi Gras.
I got you.
You done got me messed up. Bring it back to them.
I got
they
you.
Get down at Mardi Gras. Bring it back to them.
Oh, yeah. So it's still rolling on. Okay. Shit. We talk about Mardi Gras. I think about family. I think about shit. She just getting wild. It's just a party. It doesn't matter where you go. If you park your car across one town, just know you about to take a walk and you're going to forget about that walk and where your car is parked at. That's just going around, just watching a whole lot of wild shit. Good vibe and shit. Doesn't matter what color you are. Everybody's out there to have the same good time. Music, the culture, the art. I was that one to sit back and just soak up the good of it. The enjoyable, the taste of it. Don't worry about the food. Yeah, we know the food good. But the culture. Soak that in. The lingo. What I love to call my je ne sais quoi. It can be used in all kinds of ways. And right now, I got my je ne sais quoi back. So when we talk about Mardi Gras, just know you're going to see some big booties. Right now you're going to see some she-gots because all of them got the tattoo bodies. We're going to be hollering at our woe now. And you're just going to check out our footwork. But that's Mardi Gras. Jazz, blues, hip-hop, R&B, country. shit sold. Everything is just in one pot like a good pot of gumbo. So I love Mardi Gras. But each own, I haven't celebrated Mardi Gras in a whole long time. I'm going to keep it real with you. I've been in the H-Town. You know, just laid back. But yeah, that's home. We're going to...
Crawfish.
Oh, crawfish? Oh, I'm going to kill on that pot. Shit. Oh, let's let it... Oh, whoo. I can't say too much. I love the mud bugs. Just know for one thing. You want to learn how to cook some good crawfish? You tune in to HMN, Hines Media Network. When I do a big pop for the family and I give you that recipe, that's when you tune in. Before that, Chris, I love some crawfish. Yeah, I suck the heads and all.
How does crawfish play into the culture, and how have you infused the cheeky eye into the whole la?
Oh.
You did.
Shit. Once again, come back to family. If you doing an event with crawfish and just the start of the day, preparing, everybody get together, they playing their part. You know, that's what we doing now. We purging. I had to purge myself. That's what Cheeky Eye plays a big part into anything that I do. Because it's all about me checking myself before I check anything else. And if I ain't right, how can my team be right? A wise man told me that in 2009. And when he told me that, I understood that.
Job Corps.
Guthrie, Oklahoma. This is where some of the bittersweet come in there too. I was getting into a lot of fights in New Orleans just because of what I've been through. And anybody step across that wrong line, I'm not a talker. We either gonna do them things, throw them things, or it is what it is. So after I went to Woodson Middle School, I got put out for kicking the principal down the stairs, 2 flights of stairs, and the garbage can. He sent me to social be right. Went to right. Got into a lot of fights with different dudes. Didn't know that why they didn't like me, but I did. I was different, unique. I get to Guthrie, Oklahoma. I started off at Job Corps. From Job Corps, Langston University. I owe a lot. And Job Corps taught me. I was on my own. I was around a lot of gang members. See, a lot of people don't know Guthrie, Oklahoma. That Job Corps. Whoo! It was gang fights every day. You had to be on your toes. But then, you had to pick your circles. So I got into security training. I got to travel. I got to actually see different people and understand different things coming from New Orleans. So when you talk about Guthrie, Oklahoma, Langston, I give all my love to them.
Let's pause for that. And this Pumpkin was over there.
Well, about when I met Pumpkin.
So that was 2006.
When I met Pumpkin, I had 2006, because I left Waco. No, 2007, 2008. Because we went and shot Global Supremacist Video 2009 in New Orleans.
Okay. I thought it was soon. Okay.
I got out with that's my good part of me, my sour part of how my transition had to go through.
You got shot cricket out. You got to kind of put cricket. Because cricket played a vital part in telling you.
You know, I always shot him out. I always shot him.
Cricket told him, man, get the fuck away. Say, man, get the fuck away. Them goddamn folk, man. Get the fuck away from them folk, dog. You gonna go on that side, Clark?
Okay, you want that? All right. You all right? Don't move. You ain't gotta move.
All right.
You kind of just kind of get it,
Well, you want to do the B-roll now?
You just kind of.
You just want to get a shot of him rolling the.
Because I was just thinking, like, if we're gonna do that, we can do that at the end once we're done getting all his stuff recorded.
Okay, that's cool.
And then I'll be able to do all that.
Yeah, I
That's
ain't
cool.
want to stuff.
You can just roll up anyway, though.
Yeah, you could toss him one of those,
You gonna
Jay.
roll up anyway.
Okay.
Toss him that. The pack.
The pack.
The
What is
open pack. The
Oh,
open pack, sir.
The open. Sir.
Need that one.
All right, so
All right, we're rolling.
so we are at we already at Pumpkin right now.
Yeah, okay. Now, when you say pumpkin, man, this is how strange it is. Everything gonna happen behind Katrina.
So we gotta go to Katrina first. We gotta go to Katrina.
So, no. Everything is after Katrina. It's not before Katrina. Everything
But
is
we're gonna have to
after
say Katrina. We gotta say because Katrina is everything.
Well,
You left
Katrina...
Jocko to go back home. And Katrina started your Boo Beats Alone song, because if it would not be for Katrina, you never would have went to Waco.
Right?
So we gotta go back to Louisiana.
No, you go back to Texas. So we didn't meet.
Okay.
We didn't meet Pumpkin until we had. Now this is
It was after Waco.
this is to let you know our come up. So I gotta take you to how you lose everything, but where you gotta start at. So we in a bedroom house, apartment. My kids was in it. We get the kids the bedroom. We in the living room. Pumpkin stayed right across the hall.
Yeah. But this is I'm saying this is all after Katrina. Was what I'm saying.
Yeah, this is right after.
So
Katrina.
we gotta go to Katrina. We gotta go to New Orleans. We gotta go to New Orleans.
This is
After Katrina. After Katrina.
yeah, but we didn't meet Pumpkin in New Orleans.
I know, but you didn't meet Pumpkin. I said after Katrina.
Mm-hmm. True.
You were still J Dog.
I was J Dog. Yeah, I was J Dog.
When the water rushed your ass out of Katrina is a very vital part.
Yeah, J all day was like
He was dead.
how can I put it?
J Dog was the man. JOOG was him.
You know how you can see something and you just say a phrase like all day, but that J was always there. I used to tell people from my first to my last name, I'm J all day,
Yeah.
but never knew in existence there was a J all day because it always was J Dog. Most people used to spell that DAWG. No, mine's a J dash DOG. I'm J Dog. If you spell it backwards, I'm God J. God gonna always God J.
Has J Dog taught J all day anything?
They both taught. See, J all day is really about ladies. I ain't gotta put out money to get no pussy. This is get money from pussy. When most people say you drink a Budweiser, what you do? You smash can. When I get pussy, I smash pussy. But they bring me cash. I ain't gotta spend nothing. J-Dog, most people might think, oh, his lyric, but he nasty. He don't give a fuck. He really. But he ain't like J all day. J-Dog wanna be left alone. Quiet. Sit back. Let that style show off. But when you see who that style is, you hear a growl before you hear anything. That's J-Dog. J all day, you're going to see that hypeness. But you're going to see that flashiness. But you got to understand the difference. If you see me by myself smoking something, bro, leave me alone. That's J-Dog. He ain't talkative. He don't want to talk to you. He gonna smoke. He gonna talk to the people that he fuck with. I don't even care if you know such and such. You can know Cloud, but Cloud don't know me. I don't fuck with Cloud. Hi, Cloud. I don't gotta peep Cloud out. I gotta sit back in the cut. This fucking nigga is. I know he fuck with my people. My people say he cool. But I don't know he cool. Because what? I come from New Orleans. I really come from around a lot of pimps, killers, hustlers, dope dealers, and it done time. Bitches that my grandmother used to walk with us with razor blades in her mouth. You only used to hear that shit in New York. My grandmother put a razor blade out and cut you up. Some real gangster shit. Ain't no crime. So I gotta peep people out. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Don't get that twisted. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But understand your people and what they've been through. Because before I get to know you, I gotta know your mental too. Is you willing to tell me your story? Because I'm gonna tell you mine. Say, dog, I don't play no pussy games. I don't play all this bullshit. I've been through enough. I ain't supposed to be here today, but I'm here. So when I met Chris, first thing he told me, man, I'm allergic to bullshit. Me too, dog. Yo, me and you got the same fucking method. I'm allergic to bullshit. I sneeze on shit like that. So I stay away from people like that. So, because if you're going to put me in a situation, I got to put my hands on you, dog, I don't need to be around you. I can meet you today and forget you tomorrow. Just that simple. You know, so that's the difference between J-Dog and J-All-Day. J-All-Day friendly. But he ain't stupid. He ain't gullible. But he really...
Has past experiences led you to live your life that way now?
A whole lot. Especially when you've been kidnapped and raped.
Is that a trauma for you?
Used to be. I used to wake up in sweats, sleep at night. When I got up in the morning, I had to fuck about 5 or 6 females before I end my day to get that shit off my chest. Because people in our day back then used to look at you 2 ways. You either gonna be a victim or you're gonna be a predator. Which one you going? See, my grandparents, the first thing they did was got to understand what my mental was. That's where weed played a part. I was smoking at 11 years old. You can't tell me about no different strain. Before y'all knew about High Life, I was reading High Life. I knew about fucking Silverback and shit like that way before y'all even knew about a dispensary. So that's what made me cheeky eye. You can't talk about moon rock. I didn't smoke that shit. I know what my body like. So the cheeky eye have you understanding what's good for the temple, the mental, what each one plays a role in, because it can help you in so many ways. It's just how you break it down and use it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Just know your plan. Because each field gonna give you a fucking field. Now the field that I'm looking for, that I haven't found yet, I want to see. You ever seen a unicorn that shits out fucking Skittles and Starbursts? I want to see fucking rainbows. I want that weed. I want that high. Everything I see is colorful. Rabbits, birds, music symbols, lullabies. That's the high I'm looking for. I know it's out there. Fuck, it's that lullaby. That shit that bring 2 tears to your eye. Cheeky eye for sure.
Do you feel like a lot of because of your past experiences in a way, your life was when you were younger plays in the way you kind of walk the streets? Do you feel like that plays a big influence in your music?
Yes. The people I'm around. As an artist, how many artists you know right now say they gotta have an entourage? I don't need an entourage. I just need me, an engineer that I can vibe and chemistry with, that's gonna give me my feedback, or let me go fucking crazy. And if I'm slacking, gonna put me in my place, and I'm in my motherfucking zone. Most of my music ain't written. You probably won't believe that. Most of my music, let me see, 85% out of 100, it's not written. That's all freestyle. It's the feel. You know, so my life, and that's why I can't rap about sentimental. Can't talk about me busting a person head. This shit too fucking easy. Money? Fuck, I was getting money. I was around hustlers, dope dealers, all my life. So when you talk about all that stuff in your music, I like to party. I like pussy. I like titties. I like asses. Female asses, you know. No diddy. But I like shit with hips. So the type of music I do and a sound, just listen to the basses. This is sometimes the cadence. You know, it's just all about having fun. Getting high. So other stuff I don't talk about or rap about because it's too easy. We all been there. We all come from the same fucking place, if you ask me. Your hood, what makes your hood tougher than my hood? What makes your hood scarier than mine? We got killers on our block. You got killers on your block. So what's the fucking difference? We just all have different circumstances. You know, you might not can't fight. That's why you gotta pull something or have something. Shit, your mama taught you that from day one. From you can't whoop a motherfucker, you pick something up and bust that bitch in the head. Where you first heard that shit from? Them ran into your goddamn head. That don't make me scared. It just mean, motherfucker, I was faster than you to hit you upside your motherfucking head. You back the fuck up? Didn't you? Hell yeah. Now I got a name on the block. That you run up on Tyrone gonna knock you out. Tyrone keep a stick. Damn right I keep a stick. I ain't scared to swing it. So what makes you think a scary person with a gun won't scared to shoot it? Or pull it? What makes you think you can run up on an old lady getting out of a car with a person, she got that thing in her hand? She ain't scared to pull it. Y'all out here playing fucking games. You don't know that mental. That's the first thing you gotta understand. That mental. What that person on? I'm on that weed. So when I see shit like that, I might laugh first. You playing. Man, put that bullshit up. But if you on that bottle, or you on some type of pill, your reaction is different. You drinking that bottle might tell you to take that gun and then put it in your head. Pull it. Pow!
Your oldest.
My oldest is a girl, Australia. That goes back to the part of the bittersweet. Her mother was also being abused by her stepfather, forced with getting jumped on and stuff like that. I was also having the same thing at home. So 2 kids at 17, you know, we were best friends. So what we thought bring love, a child. So that's where Australia come from. You know, 2 friends, and the mutual breakup wasn't even no bad thing. We both understood that we both was young to explain to our child that, hey, this is why you was created, because we thought a baby was going to change everything.
I'm a little duty, I'm a little cutie, I like the girl with the big old booty.
Now that's my complete J all day. That's my junior, from first to his last name, even from the middle. Nah. Yeah, I'm a little duty. I'm a little cutie. That's my baby boy. You know, all of them I'm proud of. You know, but him, he's a hustler. He remind me of me, but way smarter. Streetwise, he got it. Got it all from me. That lesson, that structure, come at home. You know, following his mama pad, college, following my pad, streets, but both got book smarts. Dangerous. Getting ready to graduate from TSU, you know. So in engineering, invest. So when I talk about my baby boy, I know that's that one I can put all this behind, and he'll make sure the whole family is taken care of. But they have to follow that good structure like it's supposed to be. He that little big brother. Now, if I talk about my charm ones, when people hear me say my charm ones, my Paige, Piper, and Prue, that's my 3 baby girls. That's Sage, Jade, and Samaj. Now, they age range fall into this. They might be the same age for a hot minute. Sage about to be 24 this year. Jade just turned 23 the end of last year. Samaj about to be 23 of this year. But Jade will be 24 at the end of this year. Jay go to Grambling. Samaj go to Xavier. So Sage went to Delgado. Now, if I talk about the one that's just like me, they don't give a fuck, that'll swing on you, that's my Kimberly. Tatted up like me, got that don't care, self-destruct method. You know, sometimes she scares me, but she gave me the most grandkids that I'm proud of. Then I got Jonte, my second oldest. She love animals. Then you got Josh, that's my oldest son. Just like me. So, all together, you know, having 8 girls and 2 boys, shit, that's a battle. But this here, woo, kept me insane. But that's my kids.
Larita Hurd. Larita Hurd.
Larita Hurd.
Pumpkin.
Oh, man. Well, Pumpkin was my wife. My wife met Pumpkin. Oh, man. Pumpkin was like a little sister. One minute you can love her. The next minute you want to choke the fuck out of her because of that alcohol. She was so. When I talk about Pumpkin, I was doing a remix and I had an idea of having a female singer hook on one of my songs, and she had this sound that fits with the song. So I'm like, okay. Had her rehearse with me a couple of times, but my wife met Pumpkin. She stayed right across from us in the apartment complex called Crosswind. And Pumpkin come one day. I met this guy named Chris Hines. You know Chris Hines? I said, well, shit, Pumpkin, I just got down here too. You know, shit, who is he? He got a studio around the corner. Well, fuck, let me go check it. What studio? That's like my bling. That's money. That's like, okay, shit, he got a studio around the corner. You say right around the corner? How far, Pumpkin? Because, you know, some people say, you know, in Houston, around the corner mean about 3 to 4 fucking miles up the fucking road. We say around the corner, it's like I can walk out my house, go down the stairs, hit one corner, turn, I'm at that motherfucker house. 2 different type of corners. But at the same time, she took me around on Lay Road. I met Chris Hines. Shit. I said the setup was just like I needed. The vibe was just what I needed. It's what I'm accustomed to and what I like. You know, then when he told me Langston, I'm Langston too. That's that brotherhood. Before we talked about music, we were talking about life. You know, Pumpkin brung that to me. And it was like, you said you have an angel from a different place. That was my angel. That took me to a different place that I needed. Instead of me fooling with somebody else. Because there's a lot of people in Houston. Hey, Jay, you down here now? See, man, come and do this with us. Come and do this here. Nah, if your camp ain't right, it ain't right for me. Because I'm a different type of breed. So when I got with Chris Hines, oh, shit. At that time, he was only dealing with R&B and gospel. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Now, the family, he had some tight artists that had some tight flow. I gotta give hands down to the whole team. But his main focus was that R&B and gospel. I come in, boom. The first thing I give him is Wood Fan for Life. That's me, Butter, Cappuccino, Too Fatal, and my brother from Fly Rod Boys State of Mind. But it's something about me. So he played this track. He gave me just a little taste of it. Now this is how a producer do you and test you out. That sound never left my head. I left him about 5 o'clock that evening. He called me up. It was about 9:30 that night. What you doing? I ain't doing nothing. I'm at the studio. Cool, I'm coming through. He played me the whole sound. And I'm going crazy. Get money, get money, get money, get. And you hear this chant. My whole life started flowing into my head. Before you know it, I'm about that M-O-N-E-Y. He said, what? Go in the booth. You got something written? Yeah, I got something written. I ain't had shit written. This is where your game got to come in at when you're doing this music and you love this shit and it's in the heart and you feel a different sound. I don't just jump on any type of track. So that music has to talk to my whole soul. It got to give me chills like a person singing. A soprano hit a high note. Alto hit that tone that sound like a baritone, but give it off like a bass. But you put it all together, it gives this whole complete sound that makes sense to you. So I went in the booth. Shit. 1 take, 2 takes, ad-libs, done. The fuck you mean you done? You know this shit? I know this shit by heart. Jay, you ain't gotta, man, I ain't gotta listen back to this here. Do your thing. The first time I ever performed that, it got locked up. I only performed that song 1 time at a show. I think that was at Stereo Live, if I'm correct. Zero was the headliner. I played that there, the whole fucking lights, everybody went fucking wild. I'm glad Chris put it up. I'm glad. But y'all about to get it? Y'all ready about to get it? Because I'm ready for it again. So, that's how Pumpkin came into it, introducing Chris Hines. Now when we talk about Chris Hines introducing and bringing me all over, big ups to Ricky Quickie. Shit. What can I say about my brother? First time I met him. Say Jay, what that name mean? And I hit him from the first to the last name. This is who I am. Say less. Let me hear something. He ain't talking about go through your phone, pull up something. That's right on the moment. Let me see if you talk that talk and you walk that walk. Before I bring you in this door, let me see what you working with. I thought he was playing. Chris moved to the side. I think Hulk was there. Chad was there. A few people. Now they all know each other. I'm from New Orleans. But at the same time, I'm from Waco. So, when you ask, hey man, where you come from? Well, shit, from New Orleans, but I came from Waco because why? Katrina hit New Orleans, made me move around. So I had to do what I do and be myself. So that's the whole story of me getting started in H-Town. And Pumpin introduced me to Chris Hines. So
AB.
oh, now y'all gonna trip out. He might be a little mad on this part here. Hold on, let me light up. Let me. Now that's my.
Should I say AB and Young Dude, or should I just say Young Dude?
Now you say
Or should I say AB?
hey,
How should it go?
hey. Now I told you, we met Pumpkin. Pumpkin stayed in Crosswinds. AB was a electrician at the time before he was doing AC at Crosswinds. And I used to see him all the time. Before he go in and clock in, he go back up the stairs. He stayed right above me, on the other side above me. So I'm like, fuck, he smoke, I smoke, and everything else. So, but I knew a hustler in there. Now the hustler, I was cool with from New York. Him and this girl got into a little situation. I knew the product they had in the house. Dude was so cool with me. He used to just had them jabber jaws. He flipping. See, bro, I got this. But you selling to them youngsters. Them youngsters here with you. Dudes waited till him and his old lady come home on the 3rd floor. They tried to rob him. Chick jumped off the balcony, 3rd floor balcony, broke both of her legs. She went back to New York. The little dude in the wheelchair, he got hit twice in the back and jumped over the balcony. Spine exploded. Wheelchair. So the whole time, they people from New York got them. Cousin, see, bro, whatever's in there, N.O. First dude they ever called me N.O. in Houston. But I don't say N.O. My people say UA1. This, what. If you can get in there, please get some of the stuff out of there. We don't want before the people come in there. All right, cool. This where AB come and play. Shit. Say AB. Whoa, now. What's up, N.O.? Say, man, holla at you. Bah. You got the key? Say, bro, you with magnets. Get the key. They got bah. We go in there. Go right into the refrigerator where it's all at. Dude wasn't fucking lying. 3 pounds. Pop. Let's split the shit down the middle. See, bro, brand new tennis shoes. What y'all want with them bitches? I can't fit them. I wear 12. Y'all wear them motherfucking size. Take that shit. Let's clear everything out in this bitch before anybody else come in here before them FBI, so they clear these people up. So we splitting everything up. They playing some music. Big up to they people, Zaytoven. You know, they playing some of his tracks. They go, young dude. They're youngster. Okay. He on that wave now. I'm a mentor. I'm an OG from New Orleans. I'm on a different level that he feel. But he taking that mentor. He getting that. And AB letting me, okay, had him since a teenager. Like some Birdman and Lil Wayne type shit. Some Birdman and BG type shit. Had him from a teenager. So we going back. Like, we from New York. He spit a line. I spit a line. He spit a line. I spit a line. Before you know it, we got videos. We got videos that we putting on YouTube. But at the bittersweet of everything, I'm still fucking with Global. I'm still fucking with a label that asking for product, and I'm giving you product. I'm giving you shit for you to fucking play with. I'm setting people in motion like I'm supposed to do. but you dropping the ball every time. But I'm taking the personal with the business. That's why I have also a mental with doing business with certain people, fucking with certain people. If I fuck with you on a personal level, it may not mean for me to fuck with you on that business side because we ain't on the same fucking page. And that's what was hurting the thing with me and Chris, and goes back to Chris. But that global did a thing to where like, okay, bro, I'm doing all this shit, but I keep using our friendship because it's a brotherhood. If I fucks with you, I fucks with you. If I say we fan for life, we fan for fucking life. If we ain't come to no blows where we gotta draw blood, nigga, we can wash that shit under. Let's talk about it. If I ain't disrespect you or you disrespect me, let's talk about it. But the first time you threaten me or you go into a lane to where I have another different mental, I can't go backwards. So that's that whole in light with AB. You know, AB was a real dude. You know, Mississippi. see, Clown know that shit there because he, you know, been in the service. That's how I get that breakdown of that 372 from the FRB. So I already gave you the abbreviation. You know, this music, I love music, but I always had a vision besides myself. It always been J-Dog. I never knew J All Day was there, but Fly Ride and Fan for Life was there with J-Dog. I wanted to get my name, just me out there to where I can push the groups I create. There was going to be Fly Ride and there was going to be Fan for Life, 2 different groups. Doesn't matter if it was 3 members or 4 members. When we got with Down South Records, guy Ghetto Slim had got into a situation where somebody was about to give him that upfront money. No limit. He say Master P, but he looking for these type of artists. Okay, cool. I'm clean cut. I ain't on true type music or no limit type music. You looking for something else different. So you didn't already know Down South Records was coming up with a different type of artist. So Ghetto Slim got himself in a position to have a production and he got the artist. Okay. You went to school with me to Fauché. I went to LC Fauché High School. We both was in a band. Ghetto Slim played snare. I was rookie snare. So we had a relation. And then we both from the 17th wall. He from Highland Grove, I'm from Pigeon Town. But we both from the 17th. Say, Jay, I got this deal. I know you be flowing and everything else. Say, bro, holla at me. So I gets with him. Nah, I'm doing my thing. You can't feel that dog. I'm not a writer. I feel music. You want me to jump on everything. I'm not jumping on everything else. I got an artist that fits this shit. So I bring in Baby Key. I go get Chuck Dog. He meet PJ. He also worked for, I think, UPS, something like that, but he go to deliver the package at the airport. He meet PJ. PJ bring Lou. I also bring DTA, Downtown Assassin. And is I missing anybody? So Baby Key, Chuck, DTA. Okay, yeah, I brung 3. He brung Eric. He brung this little dude called Lil Chuck. So I'm cool with the clique. We vibing. We starting a new label. We were Down South fucking Records. Shit, it's time to get this shit. Let's create. You know how everybody get to the point to where now you gotta add somebody to add somebody to add somebody? He added a co-producer. What this co-producer do? He brings in 2 artists. So now you partnership with a guy that fucks with two artists. The key thing is Down South Records. Showing you know how I feel. I never sold coke. Never sold crack. I had an auntie that died behind cocaine and crack. A vessel in her throat bust in her sleep. I only dealt with weed. I told you from the get-go, I don't deal with cocaine. I don't deal with nobody that shoot heroin. So what did you do? You bring two artists that do that. You know the song March That Blah?
Mm-hmm.
That hook? That was my first single. It was an anthem. March That Blah. It had that fatigue on me, that cadence. It made you feel. That was the first single. That was my single. What I have love for everybody, what I do, I took 2 verses off. Let's make it a fucking anthem. Let's put everybody that's with Down South, let's put everybody on this here. We gonna do rehearsal. How I am, Chris. What I do before I do any song, I rehearse. Before I listen to that track, I rehearse. Before I do a show, I rehearse. So in rehearsal, everybody boom, 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 ran through this shit. It sounds good. Okay, let's go take that break. You know me. If I got the weed, we all gonna smoke. I had a green Cherokee Larango. Everybody pausing my shit. Before I did the song Blowing Good in the big truck, I was hotboxing way back then. So we sitting in the Jeep, other 2 dudes, I never met them, but I invite y'all because if you in my clique, I gotta get to know you. If we gonna be around you, nah dog, we got our own shit. All right, cool. They got their shit. We got ours. We see the light flash, off and on. All right, it's time to go in. They ready. They loaded, they suited and booted. The first person go in there, you on that song the first, you in the boot first. We're gonna run this shit like rehearsal. Go through the door, do that. They the last 2 on the song. I'm gonna give y'all the last. I ain't gotta be the last on this bitch. I'm gonna show you how I eat you up in the middle. Cause I still got the hook. I still got the end. And the way I end this bitch, gonna outdo what the hell y'all do on the end verse. Because y'all splitting the 16, an 8 and an 8. Okay, cool. They getting the boot. I hit the, say bro, y'all good? Y'all need something to drink? Nah bro, we good. All right man, that's Ghetto Slim. Take that shit again. He hit the button. Stop that shit. I said, bruh, them niggas ain't high. Them niggas fucked up. He said, bruh, Jay, nah, say, bruh, we just need some water. I'm gonna get him some water. So they did it again. After the 3rd time, bruh, this is how I know I don't play about my art and who I am and what I stand on. I'm a fucking leader. If I say I don't fuck with people that fuck with this shit, I mean what I say. They did the shit again. I stopped it. I said, bruh, you say that's a weed high? I said, how much fucking weed I smoke? You know how you been knowing me since when? 2000 what? So think about from the time you met me all the way back before you met me. Nigga, I've been getting fucking high every fucking day. I ain't never sounded like that. I know how motherfuckers sound when they on their hair wrong. So what they do is I leave. They call I'm at the barbershop, my partner Joe barbershop on Willow Street in Pigeon Town. I get a call from PJ. Hey Jay, we got a meeting. I said, Ghetto Slim ain't called me. Yeah, we gonna vote you. They calling the meeting to vote you out. See, you started this shit with me. I was the first fucking artist. So in Down South, look, I had something that y'all fucking needed. Oh, y'all gonna vote me out? He said, nah, dog, we on your side, everybody. I said, I already know Baby Key Chuck. I brung them in. I said, dog, PJ, I said, you and Lou? He said, DTA. I run DTA. I said, but y'all 2 white boys? I said, bruh, y'all riding with me? He said, yeah, bruh. So everybody canceled everybody contract. Now PJ is a hellified writer. That's a white boy. Before I knew an Eminem, I knew a PJ Mac. PJ can write his motherfucking ass off. Can't freestyle a lick. So I said, you know what? I'm going to start the Fly Rod Boys. I added PJ. Before Lou became Lou, he was Lucifer. You know, everybody at that time was having a problem with the name. So we took the Lucifer and we added Lou or Big Lou. I had DTA from Downtown Assassin. I'm from Uptown. I'm a UPT soldier. So I took 4 different parts of New Orleans and brought them together, and now we Fly Rod Boys. Fly Rod means, you know, it's not just about a car. We got the rim, the wings. But Fly Ride is a statement. Somebody piss you off, you ain't got to really cuss them out. You can give them 2 words. Fly Ride. It's how you say Fly Ride. Let you and your old lady be fussing. Fly Ride. What the fuck you mean? You cuss me? Now she feel played. You tell your old man. Keep playing with me. Fly Ride, motherfucker. Bitch, what you mean? What did you shooting at? He take it in a threat manner. So it's another statement. So that's how Fly Ride was created. What about Cheeky Eye? I think he heard a lot about Cheeky Eye. You know, now. Cheeky Eye, where is that now? Shit. What can I say about Cheeky Eye? Cheeky Eye, right?
Cheeky Eye the show. What is Cheeky Eye the show? What is the genetic makeup of Cheeky Eye the show?
Now Cheeky Eye is dealing with self. We all say standing on 10 toes. You know, is you really standing on 10 toes? We all got our own opinion about what somebody say, do, or how they fucking walk or dress. But have you checked yourself? Do you understand who you are? And also, too, that mental. Cheeky Eye. You know, people want to talk about drugs. Cannabis is a drug. Well, Cheeky Eye is to break it down to you to let you know it's not a drug. This is something that's organic that can help you. And if we're going to call anything a drug, let's look at it. If you drink too much alcohol, what it does? It kills your liver. It damages something inside of your body, inside of your temple, right? Okay, Cheeky Eye. You smoke a good, or a good za, or whatever you smoking, a labai, you know, that Cheeky Eye, that whoa now. If you smoking on that whoa now, and if it's a diva, how it make you feel? It ain't breaking you down, huh? If you're in pain or anything else, huh? What it does, huh? It help you move. Now let's talk about something else. Now if we talk about man-made pills, a doctor give you something for this, but it's destroying something else. He give you something on this, and it's hurting this here. But then you look at Cheeky Eye. Shit, you smoke a wall now, and everything else, you're going through fucking pain. Shit, I can make you a tea. And you sip on that tea, and smoke you on something, and it doesn't matter if it's paper, or a cigar, or a bong, or a 2-hitter quitter. But you're going to get an organic feel to lay back in. That's that Cheeky Eye. You know, you feeling stressed out and depressed, smoke something good. But reflect on self to me, the joy. The key, what I love about Cheeky Eye is the power of it. We all have control and have power of our own. demeanor, our own action. Control, being patient. But once again, it comes to the key thing. You got to check yourself. How many people out here really checking themselves on their bullshit? Don't pat on your back and give yourself glory. How many people can admit that they was out there cheating? I did. Was it right? In my head, yeah, sometimes it was right, and I justified it because of my condition of what I went through and didn't know how to face my own trauma. Was it good on the other end? Shit. Yeah. Because it satisfied that mental for a minute. That's that cheeky eye. It help you reflect on the things to help you not forget what you've been through, if that makes sense, and for you to just let it go. Because the more you hold on to it, the more your eyes close. And the more you stay cheeky-eyed, for sure. If you're going to be cheeky-eyed, I'd rather you be low because of you smoke. On some of that woe now. That Levi. That shit that bring 2 tears to your motherfucker.